Hey folks, welcome to Pro Football Ireland from Limerick at the European Flag Football Championships. You can see I have not just got Sky Sports NFL analyst, NFL coach, IFAF committee member and NFL flag ambassador Phoebe Schecter beside me. Phoebe, Kajay Marsatu, how are you doing? You good?
Yeah, everything's been incredible. I mean, my goodness, this event alone, and knock on wood, it is not rainy at the moment. Wow. So life is good.
I get in here yesterday at 3 o'clock on a Friday, and the time I get in, it bucketed. Now, that being said, Limerick has been great so far. I really enjoyed it. How have you found your time in Ireland? Because I know you've been here for a few days and you'll be in Dublin next weekend as well, apparently.
I know. It's been wonderful. The facilities here are incredible. I mean, the sports hall, I've been a little bit jealous. I've been walking by some of the kids' camps and they have an indoor trampoline and this whole big bouncy castle, which I want to be a part of. But everyone's been so lovely. Lots of food, which is like my number one priority. And obviously the facility with all the incredible competitions has been unreal.
And I'm not just saying this because we're here and I'm chatting to you. I have sort of had my eyes open this week in regards to the sport of flag football. And
good.
Seeing like 800 or 900 people here playing, like from countries like Austria, Denmark, France, Italy. There was a Denmark-Germany game where they were on. Mm-hmm. It was unbelievable. Obviously, I'm biased because we've got the Irish Wolfhounds and, of course, rooting for you as well. Talk to us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing here this weekend. You're obviously with GB.
Yeah, and just to what you were saying, we have 33 teams competing this weekend. Now, this is the largest that we've ever had for a European championship. So 13 of those are women's teams, which again is the highest number possible. And for myself and GB, we're here so far where we're going to be going into day 2 on Sunday. Day 3, I guess. You kind of lose track of life once you're here. But we are 5-1 so far. For us, our ultimate goal is to get gold, right? That's what we're preparing for. That's what we're driving for. We past in the history, have had in Worlds, we've come second. Europeans back in the day, we came third. So we're always just missing out on that first place. So for us, this is definitely the goal. And to be here amongst this incredible competition, all these teams that we play make us better. They challenge us in different ways as players, as coaches. So it's just great to be a part of this massive community.
And it doesn't even go without saying, like, this city is an NFL city, and I've only recently found this out through market research, and we are going to come to Limerick this year, but you got the UL Vikings here, Liam Ryan, who's in comms in the tent over there. I'll give him a shout out publicly here now. I was with Conal Diggin today, and he said, I'd love to ask Phoebe this, so I'll ask him on his behalf.
Thank you.
For people that are maybe watching the NFL and then watching flag football, what's the difference? Because you can see, like, obviously the markings are different on the field, but even I'm watching it going, this is different and this is different. It's quite similar, but there are differences, isn't there?
Yeah, and absolutely, right? This is a fast-paced, explosive version of football. Essentially, you've got 4 attempts to get halfway, then you've got another 4 attempts to try and score. It's still 6 points if you get a touchdown, but then you can either go for 1 from the 5-yard or 2 from the 10-yard line. Now, what's great about this is it's 5-a-side, it's non-contact, so it really opens the door and removes a lot of barriers for participation, whether it's from, how many times do we have the conversations of, I don't understand this rule, I don't understand this flag. So here, the rules are much more condensed, plus you don't need much to play flag, and I think that has to be the biggest part of it is the accessibility. But ultimately, you're working on the most exciting parts of football, right? The incredible throws, incredible catches. You see some wild, what we would call flag pulls, which is the equivalent of a tackle, right? So you still get that explosive element and you get to work on core fundamentals.
It's been great to see it. I've seen a few of your games. I think I've seen the one this morning. You scored a touchdown. Well, at least one.
Okay, don't pick me up too much.
I seen the grab as well. It's just class. But
thank you.
Yes, it's been great because it does promote. Obviously, it promotes both men and women playing the sport as well, which is great to see. But I feel as well like the domestic game's growing here very, very much, and I feel like this could be key to it in terms of getting maybe someone that might not be into playing football per se, but like they would look at this as like that halfway house where they could maybe play it, and I think that's key for growth, isn't it, going forward?
Yeah, and I think sometimes people naturally are afraid of the contact piece, right? Because if you've never played contact, you don't know what it's like. But here's a great kind of next step into the sport, into understanding it. It starts to help you when you're watching the NFL, for example. Hey, we've got running backs, quarterbacks, centers. We still have a lot of those positions as well. But, what's cool about being here in Limerick and really having the first time there's an Irish team that's actually playing, you see all the people, families, kids that are walking around here that say, hey, I didn't even know that this is a sport. Yet here I am just randomly observing a European championship. And, oh, can I play that as well? I think we both saw it at the Pro Bowl where you had, now that's a flag football event, right? So you can play the same sport as some of your sporting heroes. I mean, that's a pretty cool tie in there. And you're still doing the same thing, catches, throws, all that exciting stuff.
It's been great to see. As I said, it's my first time in Limerick. I've been really enjoying it. It would be amiss of me not to mention two things before we go. First one, there are, and shout out to the dog and also the cameraman that walked past. If you're on the podcast, I'm so sorry, Bucks. But that being said, though, the NFL season's 3 weeks. I mean, come on. It feels like we were the next 5 minutes ago. However, let's jump ahead. Like, this day week, there's a game in Dublin, Notre Dame, which is on Sky Sports.
Yeah.
4:07.
Cheeky plug.
It's not, I'm really sorry. However, there are rumours going around in the Stables bar here, etc., that you might be in Dublin next weekend for that game. Is that true?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. This is going to be my first college game that I've ever seen in Dublin. So I've heard so much about it from yourself and just from everybody that talks to me about it, the atmosphere, how many fans fly into Dublin for this. I've only ever been to Dublin once before. So this is going to be so massive for me to be able to experience this and, be amongst the fans, really. This is a big step. I don't want to completely say why I'm there yet, but next weekend we'll know.
40,000 Americans flying over, estimated the biggest traveling people from North America to a different continent since the war times. I've had that in my head in a positive way. I'm buzzing for next week.
Stats man.
Like Sam Hartman's first game for Notre Dame. The fact that it's a home game, they're really taking it, like they've got mass there next Saturday. They're walking to the stadium tradition.
Wow.
So excited for it. There was a good crowd at the last year. This year you can't get a ticket, and it was a good atmosphere last year. So excited to see it. I guess just finally, NFL season's coming up. Lions Chiefs is, oh my God, it's like 18 days away.
Wow.
Well, first off, just briefly, right? Your thoughts on just everything over the last few months? Because for me, it's like, and I think I said this to Conor earlier on this morning. I'm watching Hard Knocks, and it's giving me the same vibe as the year that Brady went to the Bucks, and it's giving me the same vibe as a Broncos fan watching Manning in 2016. It just seems like there's something going on there. But this is a season where, like every hour, you can't call it. Yeah.
No.
I bet you can't wait to get back to it.
Oh, I cannot wait. I'm just so excited to be able to have football and all. It's been so nice during training camp having some of these games, but it's not quite the same level as we know. But you're spot on with the Jets. I mean, we saw Robert Saleh all last year standing up for his guys and really believing in them, and they had an incredible defense. Now you bring in Rodgers and you start to look at what this offense can do. And I know watching Hard Knocks, you just think, wow, this Rodgers seems like a totally different guy within this Jets atmosphere and culture. And, I'm on the same page as you. I think that they can really almost go the whole way. Biasly, Bills, what?
Yeah, exactly. But the AFC, because I've said it's just so fans in Ireland, and they're like, Michael, shut up. But I feel like it's a real storyline emerging. I guess the last thing I'll say is it's a massive year in Sky. Taking it to the next level. Super Bowl in Vegas for the first time. Like I'm just sitting here, watching it from the outside, going, "It's incredible." I think we're all excited to get over there. Please God, big games in Germany. Like when I seen that Dolphins Chiefs game, I was like, really incredible. And honestly, London going, but it's growing and growing, and I'm sure it's just going to be a year that we all remember and look back on fondly.
Yeah, and I think that I don't think it's ever lost on us that we're so fortunate to be a part of this and be able to kind of tell the story from inside, that we get to be there and live it and breathe it. And I hope that we're able to translate that and get that passion across. But this game, whether you're talking flag football, grassroots, all the way through to elite, London, international, Super Bowl, all of that, I mean, this just keeps growing and growing and growing. And how cool that we get to be on this journey with this massive, rocket of a trajectory.
It's awesome, man. It's days like today where you really see that trajectory moving. And look, hopefully I know I'll see you in Frankfurt at some point, and I'll see you during the year. But very best of luck to you, Neil, Jeff, Jason, the whole Sky Sports team this year, and looking forward to it. It's getting in. Phoebe, good luck tomorrow with the last day. Obviously, want the Wolfhounds to do the best tomorrow, but I think you're right up there challenging. Yeah, so you're going to be.
Yeah, we should be. We're pretty high up in our group, so it'll be competitive. But it's been great to see the Wolfhounds competing out here. The women's and men's team have really been, awesome to just see their progress.
it's great to see the GB team as well, both men and women's come over as well. It's been a great weekend in Limerick. Appreciate you coming on because you've been busy today. I appreciate it. And I'll chat to you soon. I'll see you in Frankfurt. Lions Chiefs, September the 7th, Sky Sports NFL. Thanks so much, Phoebe.
Thank you.